So, gold continues on the same bearish path. After breakout from this ascending trend line and updating the descending trend line for the third time, price was technically stopped because of the price action we have here. Supply roof 1, supply roof 2, supply roof 3. And when price returned, of course, it tapped into the supply roof and contributed to the third time touch of that structure. So from there, we have seen that market has opened on a gap, bridging this ascending trend line, which is also evident on 3 hours. Very clear on 3 hours. On 3 hours, you see here as a supply roof, here demand floor, and we have here as a supply roof, here demand floor, demand floor. So technically, if not for this structure, price would have just used here to rally and go up. But now that price has made itself down, there is a structure at this area. Here is a supply roof and here is a demand floor. So a break of that structure brought price into demand and we're broken a demand, come here to retest it to continue selling. Now, the magic here is going to be on this structure that if price manage to break this structure, then we'll sell down in line with the sentiment of the market at the moment. We have seen the dollar index on upswing, and that was a much expected price reaction. So what we likely see here is a potential move down. So if we break out from the structure, we are coming straight to this place. And I have other things to prove that we are likely coming to that area. I'll be using 3 hours time frame. On 3 hours time frame, you will see that here is a strong support on price. So if price breaks out from there, there is a very high probability that we are coming here on a potential retest. And on this zone, you see that we have an M structure here. On M structure, break of the neckline price sold and subsequent candles that came on 3 hours time frame to retest the same neckline ended in the same way before we had a break of structure. So here, price O here, demand. Yes, O there, demand floor with a demand floor. So when price returns here around 46, most likely I'll be big here to try to buy back. And in a more extreme case, price might decide to dip itself and come down here. That's by another 200 pip drop. The move from here to here is about 200 pip drop. So here is also another demand floor. So wherever price first of all react, the normal fashion of price is that it will react, then later it will react again. So that might be the first layer buy, then later on price will still return. And so both of them are still going to be valid. So it might still move up, then come down here, which is also still valid for a potential buy opportunity. And if that goes through and will continue to slide down, if we continue to slide down, there is a possibility that we'll slide below this structure. If we come down here, we'll continue to come down. And the beauty of this is that our going down is at the break of the previous low. So if we bring price to that level, I will tell you for free, I would also like to buy it based on the descending trend line strategy. So if price comes there, would like to buy it from there. Why are you buying from there? You have price create a strong demand floor here. Demand floor here. We have a demand floor here. We have a demand floor and a break of structure. So that makes here a psychological descending trend line. So we're going to hold them responsible for our buy opportunity in line with the sentiment of the market. So if this is what the structure of the market is saying, then you don't need to deviate from it. You don't need to deviate from it. So I think the 3 hours candle is on a bearish drop and it will likely follow my instruction as we have a very good relationship with gold, very good relationship, very good one. And let's turn on the expert advisors and see what they're saying on 4 hours. Your expert advisor is given here as a demand floor. It's given 3,250 as a demand floor. So if price breaks out from where it is now, there is a probability that market will drop another 500 p into this structure for a potential buy opportunity. This is a double top structure. Breakout from the neckline, retest 1, retest 2, retest 3, retest 4. Before break of the double top neckline, price should return on that neckline and react. So that is what we have for SAU USD for the morning. And that's my perspective for today. So I want to stay on 4 hours, and on 4 hours I have a potential floor. Here is a very strong demand floor. The reason for the strength at this level and why it is important to watch for possible breakout from this level is because of the price action it provided in the past. We have here as a demand floor, we have here as a demand floor, we have demand floor, break of demand floor, supply, break of a supply roof, demand floor, break of a demand floor, and price didn't return. We came back, broke the structure, use it as a demand floor, and we return again just as a demand. So when price come here, you have to be very careful because there are a whole lot of demand order, there are a whole lot of bullish order at this level. So you want the 4 hours candle to close below. If I see a 4 hours candle close below this structure, I will place a buy. Also, I will place a sell order, knowing fully where it will retreat, it will come for retest, but it will be rejected, and it will sell up to this level. So I'm waiting for a 4 hours candle break out of structure. If a 4 hours candle break below this structure, I will go for a sell. But if it doesn't, and we have the 4 hours candle touch this structure, and by close of the 4 hours candle, the market reverse back, there is no way I will want to sell. Most likely you want to buy back. Most likely. So if that happens and you don't see that break, then you buy back. If you buy back and it breaks the structure, then we are now having a bullish confirmation. Yes, that bullish confirmation will most likely confront 65. And a confrontation of 65 is a break of this descending trend line. So a break of this descending trend line is also a bullish signal. So if you see that happen, then you know that most likely that the market is trying to play a very fast one. Yes, the duty of the market is to try to play fast on us. So while our duty also is to try to be smarter. So a break above here and confront here will ultimately use return price here, use it as a demand, and continue to come here. So that is most likely. But so from the EMA SMA strategy, the EMA SMA strategy gives here as a demand floor, right? It gives there as a demand floor. It also gives here as a demand floor. So these are the two demand floor the EMAs are giving us on 4 hours. And I want to stay on 4 hours. I want to stay on here. There's a very strong price action at 3,250 for a buy. So I'm gonna drop it. I'm gonna drop that buy floor 3,350, and a deeper push into that. It's 45, 45, 350 into 3,345, and 3,340. That's a buy floor. That's a buy floor. Because exactly where price lie here is 40, is 44. But the market can extend. Then a more, that's the first layer buy. Then the second layer buy is going to be around 3,216. 3,216. That's another buy floor. Another buy floor. 3,216 and 3,210. So, gold, you must use a reasonable stop loss. Your stop loss has to be bogus because of the price, because of the nature of the reaction of price, you know. So, that is two buy floors we have. So let's see if price can come here and react again. A retest of this zone is also expected. A retest of 87, 87, 85 level is also expected. But if that fails and price breaks out from here, then this is where we are coming to. If price respects it, then we are going up. So this is what makes trading very, very unique. Very, very unique. So let's hide them again. We don't need these things showing up every time so that we stay true in our chart. These are weekly perspective and we have headstrong to it. So the two litmus tests I'm using is 4 hours and 3 hours. I prefer these 3 hours because of the shady body closes of the price action. So let's see if market respects that. If market respects it, that will be very, very fine. That will be very, very fine. So I'm taking these things out because they are blocking my view. So, so I want to see it. Let's see what it does from there. Let's see what it does from there. So that is my take on SAU USD.